ain't even about qualifying, it's about getting that record.
Oh, hang on to it, into the wall.
Tomorrow, he's gonna knock it down.
Hello, race fans. Welcome aboard here on Flow Racing. We are at the World Cup Finals at Maryland International Raceway, and we're getting set to go. Our first round of qualifying coming up, which is unbelievable car count out here. We have imports versus domestics. I think 11 different divisions racing, as well as a motorcycle category as well.
Here's one of the names I've been wanting to say all day long. The band out of Wilmington, North Carolina, the 98 Supra, Vlad here on the left side of the racetrack. Backfire there from the Evtushenko machine as Vlad gets to the gear still. He's trying to put a number up on the board. Top of the racetrack, 176 at 902.
Shooting dust out there.
Man, not terrible, not great, but not terrible.
Sucks I missed second gear, but overall it was a pretty good run. It was the best 60-foot I've ever had, so the launch was really solid. Clutch was working the rest of the run. That was no nitrous. I mean, it went like a 902. Missing a gear really kills the time. So hopefully won't miss a shift tomorrow, turn the nitrous on, and put down a good qualifying number. I think a lot of guys struggled their first pass for qualifying, so many of the fast guys didn't even get off the line. So we got 4 more qualifying runs. Hoping to maybe break into the 7s for qualifying and go from there. We won't be running for a while, but it's so cold that the battery doesn't even have enough juice to start the car up, so we're trying to charge it up a little bit, put some heat in the car and everything we own, and hopefully get rolling for the day, make some small adjustments. And I think qualifying round 2, we're second last class to go, so my guess is we'll be running at like 3 or 4 o'clock at this rate. And hopefully we get 2 qualifying runs today and then 2 more tomorrow. I want to make a clean pass. Yesterday, missing second gear, kind of disappointing with a 902, so put some kind of 8 at least on the board, if not a 7. I'm going to use the nitrous this run, hopefully get the bottle warm with a torch or something, because it's going to be cold all day. So these are the weights that I have on my clutch. So I'm going to try to turn the weight up a little bit, which will clamp the clutch harder at higher RPM. So just got to figure out what combination to use to add a little bit of weight, not too much.
I've got long. All right, both cars leaving line. Speed as they travel. That should be attentive. Oh no! Hang on to it. Into the wall on the big end in the left lane. 909 for Harrison right there.
And then it just slid. And it got it went onto the roof and just slid.
miles an hour. He picks up almost a second from his run earlier. That moves him to number 10 in qualifying.
Oh, sick. Brand new belly pin smashed.
Oh, is it?
Heard it like boom. Oh, that's part of the racetrack.
Oh man, it was a rush. Did not expect it to wheelie. I thought we had that figured out, but it's making a lot of power. Trapping 186, that's as fast as it's ever went. So that's pretty cool. I think if we didn't have that wheelie and I could have stayed in it and made the shift like I should have, and probably would have been the pass we're looking for, but that wheelie kind of ruined it. It's also pushing a little bit of coolant. We might be lifting the head at this power level. But it's not terrible, so we're just gonna keep going. It's so cold out, I don't think we need coolant anyway, so whatever. I'm gonna try to get that wheelie under control, so turn it down in first, hopefully stays planted, maybe a suspension change up front so it has less chance to go up, but otherwise just leave it like that. There's no more turning it up besides more nitrous, and the fuel system's maxed out too, so this is kind of the limit of this setup as it sits.
I think the motor is kind of on its last leg.
Go ahead. Yeah, so we're qualified as of right now, number 10.
Yeah.
That's after round 2.
Yeah, the line of cars
But
is still terrible.
there's 3 cars that ran 7.0s, 7.4, 7.5, 7.6. So we're definitely a ways behind number 1, but as long as we make it in the top 16, we'll go to elimination, so that's all that really matters. Goals for tomorrow is a 7.90. That's all. It's not, for me, it ain't even about qualifying, it's about getting that record in synchronized trans. So hopefully the front end stays down and the rest should come together on its own.
It's all coming down to if he can keep the wheels down. If he keeps the wheels down, it's there. The power's there. The track should be there today. I mean, these guys do a great job prepping this thing, so it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. He's got to get it.
How you feeling, Vlad?
Optimistic. Yeah, it's probably going to be a little while before we run, but we're in the lanes and hoping to fix the wheelie and make a clean pass. I think it'll be a good one if all that comes together. Before I got here, a little nervous because you keep thinking about random things that could go wrong, but once you're here and in the car, it kind of goes away. So this should be the one.
Yep, to Shanko.
That's it. Wilmington, North Carolina, 1990. Currently number 11.
Alright, what do you think happened? Because I know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I'm trying to figure it out.
weren't running fucking people in that lane.
Did it spin?
So there was no heat in it. There was no heat in the track whatsoever.
Did it spin or something? I don't know what happened. I have no idea what happened. I'm trying to sit here figuring it out. So what I think happened was, as soon as we launched, it spun the tire a little bit, and the RPM shot up to about 7,800 as soon as I launched it. And at that point, my shift switch was still engaged because the pedal was still coming up. So the hydraulic pressure sensor thought the pedal was still down a little bit. So it engaged my shift cut, which pulled 40 degrees of timing and just bogged the car down. And then it ramped it back in. So that's why it left so slow.
What might have happened?
Too much two-step.
Looks like
It'll happen.
Looks like you have a baby crack, sir. A small crack you might have.
It wasn't a big deal, but like when I was driving the car back, it sounded a little weird, like louder almost inside the car, so I knew something was a little off. So we jacked the car up and looked at the exhaust, and it was like cracked almost all the way around. So instead of it breaking off completely on me down the track and dragging on the track and messing everything up, we just took the whole exhaust off and we're gonna run the open downpipe only. So it's crazy loud, but it doesn't really change a whole lot, so it's not a big deal. Inside the car. Just making sure I'm used to the sound before it like freaks me out on the line.
Vlad, number 11 qualifier, 820.
Got this last base small block Chevy twin turbo in the pick 'em up truck.
They're calling for cleanup in the shutdown.
My car is broken. went through the freaking pan. Otherwise, some of the fluid would have stayed.
You want to go on the...
If you can go on the control arm, but
Oh, what? You scattered your shit?
Oh yeah, it's done.
Can you come back farther?
I'm pretty sure it was still running, and I was like, what the heck is wrong? What's banging around? Why don't I have brakes? It would have been worth it if it actually went a 790. That 60-foot sucked. That would have been it.
So, do we find you an engine, or do we go home?
How late you guys want to stay up?
I'm gonna stay here all day. If you're fucking down to do it, dude, I'm down to know that you're fucking down to the fucking vlog.
You're second to last tomorrow. I mean, there's no way. I don't have a spare 10 grand to pay somebody for a block.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'll sober up a little bit.
I guarantee you somebody here has it.
Oh man, it's so much work. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hey!
I'm more impressed by your
I said, you good?
the skid plate.
Okay. This is the aluminum rod.
This one's it next.
You're supposed to service this so it doesn't break. However, it looks like it didn't break. Is that it?
Yeah.
I think this might be the culprit.
These are 11s I have.
So this is the rod bolt, which is broken in half. Once that breaks, everything lets go too. So it's kind of hard to say what came first, the rod or the bolt, but one of those two. That's the wrist pin, which is still fine.
I've never seen a group of people more happy in my entire life.
All the dates on these parts are from 2017. That kind of tells you how long this stuff's been in here. Well, we went a 793, terrible 60 foot, but went 188.9 miles an hour, and right at the end, something let go. So currently have a hole in the block, oil everywhere. So unfortunately, we're out. Personal best of 793, but didn't beat the record I wanted to. Slightly disappointed, but what are you gonna do? That's racing. That engine served me well. It's been in the car for like 4 years with aluminum rods that should probably service more often than that. They do have a service life. So I was on borrowed time, and I was pushing my luck, and that's what you get, I guess.